What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. This week we have, again, Lackey Grand Prix number 7, but this time round 2, and this time it's actually one of my games. I guess last week was not Lackey Grand Prix number 7, so it's not really again, but again after 2 weeks. And this week the deck that I decided to use was one that I was kind of trying to figure out something outside the box or something that hasn't really been done yet with one territory class. And I was talking to Jay, and I was like, "Hey, what should I use against Joe?" And he threw out a few ideas, and eventually got to Cloud Witnesses Abraham as an idea. And I was like, that seems like something that I mean, it might be kind of hard to do with one territory class, getting like the setup right away, but it's actually pretty easy to do that, or to get to Abraham, at least with the one territory class enhancement, and then from there you pretty much get everything else that the deck wants, like, pretty quickly. So it seemed like it would be a pretty good option, and something that people haven't played in a while, probably. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've had a deck similar to this on the channel before. I probably used it against Joe too. I feel like I'm pretty sure I used a Genesis deck against Joe last time. So anyways, I figured that would be kind of fun against Joe as well, because he likes to run Patriarchs and Genesis, that kind of stuff. So creation of the world, all that jazz. So yeah, that's what we're doing for the offense here. Basically, the idea is get out Abraham as early as possible, and you've only got one territory class enhancement to do it, which is usually enough, but you can't do like Faith to grab Faith of Abraham to then grab Abraham. So you can't necessarily get both, but Faith of Abraham gets Abraham, Faith gets Abraham. Numerous as the stars can get him, Angel of the Winds can go to him, and then also negate evil characters, which is nice. Covenant with Noah can go and get him, or you can save it to use in battle if you draw it later on. And then once you get Abraham, you search for the 3 visitors, exchange for the 3 visitors, or band of the 3 visitors, exchange for a Patriarch, which is probably going to be Jacob, who can grab you a Genesis enhancement from your deck, say something like Abraham's Servant maybe Abraham's Descendant for a negate. And then you can use Jacob to band to another Patriarch, such as maybe Isaac for a draw 2, or just as Meek, because it's good to have a few Meek options or other things to do and have big numbers. Or Judah to negate something in their territory, like maybe a Sheol. I guess that's in set aside, so negate something in territory or set aside. Maybe negate a Sheol. Their Lost Souls will probably already be negated because of Abraham, but you can negate one of their evil characters in territory to dissuade them from blocking with that character and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the general offensive gist. We also have Joseph in here as another Patriarch, so Judah could band to him, Jacob could band to him, probably won't, but he fits pretty well in the deck, being a cloud hero and all that. And then with all of the defenses and even offenses that are trying to look at your hand or take a or pick apart your hand, like perhaps Thieves, for instance, and also Matthew, who wants to take a look and gets a draw. Joseph with Storehouse is pretty sweet, so if you can get a CBN Storehouse down, the sooner the better, then that will, I think, help you out in the long run. Joseph is pretty good with Storehouse if you can get, like, if he fits in the deck, and he fits in fewer decks, I think, in one territory class format with a one territory class enhancement limit, because we're not seeing as many enhancements like First Sacrifice and Emmaus Road just kind of splashed into decks where they would work on Joseph, and he's just another character that you can use to get to the characters you actually want to go into battle with. But Joseph, I mean, he fits within the brigade, so that he can be someone to use Numerous on or use First Sacrifice on, or if we need to, we can go into battle to play something like Israel's Sword or Abraham's Descendant or even Faith of Abraham to get him out, since we already maybe we already use First Sacrifice or something and have initiative to play Faith of Abraham in battle. The other thing that kind of bringing back with this offense that's still good that maybe at least I haven't seen it brought up in a while is peace. It's still pretty good, pretty busted because it works differently than people initially thought, or at least it was intended to work, where it checks basically as soon as the hero is alone in battle. So if you play it on Abraham or place it on Abraham and then attack with Abraham, it checks as soon as he's alone in battle. It's like, all right, this hero's alone in battle. Let's toss all enhancements, play this battle. And Abraham's like, well, I still want a band, and Peace doesn't really care. It's like, yeah, sure, go for it. We're still going to toss enhancements. And so then Abraham bans to Jacob. You can go get something to toss, or just to have, or maybe for defense because we've got these dual alignment options here. And then you can ban to like a Meek Isaac or a Meek Judah and just have huge numbers, and your opponent has to toss and everything. So it's usually probably going to win you the battle. We also have Blessed Nation, and Lord provides as good tossing options in the reserve, but of course you can use them for their abilities if you're not in a peace tossing battle. And then also the cross to help support the offense and also do some additional tossing, especially with all the banding, stop stuff like scattered and all of the big banding and evil enhancements that are going around now, like ambush and Herod's Banquet. So that's the offense. I did have a different idea for the defense than I ended up with, and then I was thinking, well, I should probably play Crimson so I can utilize the dual alignment enhancements with the blue and the Crimson. So I was like, all right, well, let's do kind of a splashy Thieves where, maybe just like kind of an off, an irregular Thieves, I guess, where, it's not just focused on Thieves, but just kind of doing the best of the best, no ambushing bandits or like any of the NT Crimson Unity stuff, but just doing Highwayman, Plunderers, and then Thief to go and grab them, and then Emmy because he fits in pretty much any Crimson defense, and then the Serpent as a good initiative character that could also play Death of Unrighteous from reserve and maybe stop your opponent from playing Angel of the Lord before you do so. I'm not like super sold on the Serpent, especially since I don't really have any animal synergies in here. If I was doing the like Offering Your Son and come to the Philistia route, I could maybe do the Serpent in reserve and then do another Thief in the deck or something like that. But I think just with Herod's Temple and everything going around, maybe the Serpent isn't worth it, but I thought it was at least worth a try. It's also got 3 brigades, so if you're worried about Matthew, then that is maybe a reason to put the Serpent in reserve and have some other stuff that works with that. Yeah, I could definitely see having like a Covenant of Philistia in here and then a Scapegoat and the Serpent in reserve or something like that. The rest of the enhancements are pretty much standard Thieves stuff. Thieves want to use ambush and hurling insults, most likely Purloined, and Seized by Babylon is just kind of like Nevi, where it just fits with any Crimson defense. Betrayal I think is a little bit underrated, but it's really good. Trust me. It's territory class, so you might think, oh well, one territory class, you're never going to play it. You don't play it in territory, at least not usually. That's not how I play it, or how I think it's best to be played. I think it's good that it has that flexibility to underdeck a Storehouse or a Herod's Temple or a one of your opponent's counter heroes like an Enosh or something like that. But most of the time you're going to want to be playing it in battle, taking out a battle winner or something from their hand, and then drawing 3 cards. It's pretty good. And then also kind of a sneaky one that I thought would be fun to try out, at least in kind of a different Thieves defense, is Thievery of Judas. If used by a Thief, you can play an enhancement from a reserve, so you can do your opponent's reserve, or from opponent's hand. So if you know what they have in their hand, then you can take something out of there and get a little 2-for-1. And you can do this regardless of brigade, so even if you don't have Den of Thieves out, you can still play whatever. You can play Death of the Righteous, so that's kind of the other reason that that's in here. And then also, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You can play Brothers Reunited, which if your opponent's already played an enhancement, then you can end the battle. And so doing Thievery of Judas into Brothers Reunited gives you 6 extra strength, 3 extra defense or toughness, and then ends the battle. Doesn't say in a stalemate, nothing like that. So you actually add up the numbers and go to battle resolution how you normally would, just like immediately. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm winning the battle by the numbers. So then your character loses. Ideally, anyway. Maybe don't play it if you're losing the battle, or if you will be losing the battle when you play it. So Thievery of Judas, all right, this seems like a decent card, worth a shot, try it out. And it also has a star ability, so it works well with numerous as the stars. It's another side benefit there. Don't forget, we also have the Condemned Thief over here in the dual alignment zone. Probably not going to be using Repentant Thief on offense very much. We're not really gold, but I guess you can put him down if you don't have another hero for a turn 1 Faith, and then go get your Abraham that way. That works. The dual alignment enhancements are great. Stolen Blessing on the good side fits pretty well with the deck as a whole, because the defense is going to try to take good enhancements from your opponent, or take resources from your opponent. And Stolen Blessing kind of does the same sort of thing. So that's pretty good, especially off of a Faith of Abraham. And yeah, that's pretty much the offense, the defense. Get some good utility stuff. Book of the Law here to bounce in Noah, or one of your like your Jared, or one of your Patriarchs or something that you flip to Meek, and get more use out of them. And also, if you ban to a Meek Isaac, then you can get the search if they block from hand. You might notice that there are only 2 non-territory class good enhancements in here, which are like for 1 territory class. Isn't that kind of risky? A little bit, but you don't necessarily, like, the goal isn't like a big, search for 8 heroes with numerous on turn 1 kind of a thing. Numerous is, it can be good late in the game. You can play it in battle. You can go grab some heroes from the discard pile. If they happen to get rid of them, you can grab Melchizedek from reserve to get some protection and some soul gen. So, I mean, numerous is still a decent card, and it's still pretty flexible. And, definitely in a deck like this, where you can play it on all of the heroes except for the angels that don't stay in battle, shouldn't stay in battle. Then it's definitely still worth running here. There are still builds that will want to use it. It's still a very powerful card, so yeah, I wouldn't just kind of disregard it altogether. And also, something like Abraham's Descendant, I'm probably not going to be playing that in territory. The First Sacrifice is good in territory because then what to attack with, but it's also great off of Faith of Abraham, because they're going to block. They're going to think, okay, I've got an interrupt, or some kind of battle winner that I can play after they get the play. You play First Sacrifice, and you just underdeck that from their hand, and then maybe they're just stuck. Maybe they don't have anything else, or maybe they only have 1 battle winner that you can negate with Abraham's Descendant or Abraham's Servant to Ur. Maybe not Abraham's Servant to Ur, because then you negate First Sacrifice and put the other card back in their hand, but whatever. You get the point. So maybe you take out their cannot be interrupted enhancement with the First Sacrifice, and then their enhancement that can be interrupted you can negate with Abraham's Return, and then the other one doesn't work. So something like that. Anyways, so yeah, I think even though there's a lot of territory class, it's still pretty flexible as far as when you need them, and you don't necessarily need to play all of them right away. And you can also play them in battle fairly easily, even if you have big numbers with Faith of Abraham. So, dominance. As you may have noticed, there are 8 Lost Souls and 8 Dominance. The deck list is actually at 58 cards right now. I know. It's a bad habit that I've gotten myself into, where I just can't figure out what the last card to cut is. And actually, it was Sheol was the last card to be added. And I was like, oh, what do I take out for that? Yeah, I mean, this was the first game that I'd played with the deck, and so that's usually where you kind of maybe rewatch the game as I'm going to do an editing here, and you kind of make the decision of like, or you can also just think about the game if you didn't record it, but just be like, okay, what card maybe wasn't absolutely necessary, could come out. Maybe you just played at 58. I don't know. That's not the worst idea I've heard, especially in one territory class. Like it seems like 57 is kind of it's maybe not optimal. Like maybe not necessarily like always better than 50, but a lot of times I think it's up there kind of alongside 50 in the competitive realm, just because the games it I mean it's a little bit harder to kind of snowball like resource advantage because of the one territory class limit. You can't just like you know play numerous to get all of your heroes and then play the first sacrifice and play teaching parables to take out your opponent's defense, and then like you're a lot more limited in what you can set up before you like go into battle, and so a lot of the focus is on battle stuff, which isn't quite as efficient normally, or I mean it's a lot easier to interact with, I guess, is kind of the main thing. So yeah, it's harder to kind of get like a snowball advantage, and so if the game is kind of even throughout the game, then it's usually going to be just whoever can last the longest, or has the best resources available to them kind of throughout the entirety of the game, and not just at the beginning. So that's why I think 57 is. I won't say it's the right call necessarily, but it's like it's just generally better than in the current format of you can play however many territorial class enhancements you want. So, anyways, all that to say, 8 lost souls, 8 dominance, 58 cards right now. You can leave a comment letting me know what to cut in the comment section below. I think that the dominants are in a pretty good spot. You want Shipwreck with your Thieves and whatnot to be able to take out your opponent's storehouse, which, if that's what they're thinking as well, then it's a good thing we have Joseph to protect it from, or protect our storehouse from discard abilities. Although, I do believe that Joseph protects your opponent's storehouse and makes it CBN as well. So maybe gotta be careful with that. Maybe use Book of the Law to bounce your Joseph so that you can discard theirs and then you can put it back down. Just hope they don't also have Shipwreck at that moment either, or at the same time before you get to put Joseph back down. Anyways, Vain Philosophy, also great with Thieves, just because, if I block with Condemned Thief to take an enhancement from their hand, see that they have another one in there, then I can play Vain Philosophy, take that one out, and then I know that my, Purloin is going to be good to take their hero, or my Betrayal is going to be good just to underdeck the hero in battle and get a draw 3. And they're not going to have something to stop it and negate or something. Or I can just, be comfortable playing Ambush because I know that they aren't going to have a Faith of Samson or something like that. And then also I thought that the battle impacting dominance like Angel of the Lord and Christian Martyr would be helpful. A lot of people are talking about Grapes as being a good option as well, especially for one territory class, just because it is kind of a resource game, or like being able to get resource advantage is more important, or it's more difficult, I guess, since you can't necessarily do it with territory class enhancements. So doing it with dominance is a way to do that. And Grapes can also be a battle winner. It can be a block. It is pretty flexible. My hesitation, I guess, I mean, I haven't tested out a whole lot or at all actually with the one territory class limit. That's where it's kind of coming up as like people are like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, but they're also just kind of saying just in general, like even without the one territory class limit, it might still be worth playing. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan because it's like if it's good, that means you're behind, which usually you want something to be good in all cases. But I mean, if you're behind, then it's really good, and if you're not, then you don't necessarily need it. It's just going to be difficult to use it to like close out a game. Whereas with Angel of the Lord, I can that I can use that at any point in any state in the game to hopefully rescue a lost soul, or get me to 5 or get me to 1. Whereas Graves doesn't, or probably won't give you this quite the same effect unless you have like a side battle card or something like that, where it definitely makes more sense, or a Mass Bander where you can use it to, abandon all of your opponent's heroes or all of their evil characters or something, and then play the grapes to discard slash shuffle them. So obviously we've got the big two as well. If I were to put grapes in here, I'd probably have to cut crowd's choice for it. Vain philosophy maybe, depending on how many people are playing like hand protection and stuff, because sometimes you just won't have an opportunity to play it, and that'll feel bad. But through woes, of course, is in there. I think crowd's choice maybe could come out, but I think I kind of like it in the one territory class format because it just feels like another territory class enhancement that you kind of get to cheat the rule a little bit. Whereas like if I have faith in my opening hand, I have to go straight to Abraham. I can't do faith into Faith of Abraham, then to Abraham. If I have crowd's choice, then I could go to Faith of Abraham, use that to get Abraham, and then I have them both. It's just it's kind of like having that extra territory class enhancement to help you set up or to attempt to get the snowball going. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's maybe not as important as having more resources to throw at the battle or to throw at your opponent. But I mean, it's kind of a resource itself, especially with a 58 card deck where you have more options to get with it. So you have a little more flexibility with it. So that's something to play around with, test out. Do you need crowd's choice or do you not? A lot of people were using it in unlimited territory class regular play because it just helps you set up your consistency pieces and your, or I mean, it's just another consistency piece that helps you set up like your initial like turn one game state, your desired turn one game state, I guess. Whether it's a Matthew or a Star of Bethlehem kind of thing. And I think that's maybe not as necessary in one territory class, but it's also can help out a lot in one territory class. So the other dominant I was considering was Ride Out Victoriously / Awesome Things, because being able to use Awesome Things to play something like Brothers Reunited can be pretty sweet. If you're going in with like a big meek Isaac or meek Judah or banding chain that involves one of them, then your opponent's going to block and maybe they have initiative and they're going to try to get some value or something. Maybe they'll purloin to take one of your characters in territory, or they'll try to maybe they'll play wages or something to go get a battle winner. Especially in one territory class where I think wages is a lot more likely to be played in battle, then you can drop awesome things to play Brothers Reunited, and that's pretty good. Problem with it being in reserve is that your opponent's probably going to know you have it, but they might not necessarily know that you have awesome things. So that's also a dominant that is to be considered, I guess. But Faith of Abraham kind of fits that role, so doesn't necessarily fit quite as well as maybe something like Grapes would. Lost Souls are pretty much just like defense, 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 defense. Get your characters out. It's only 7 evil characters in a 58 card deck, so it's a little bit slim. You kind of run a little bit of a risk, but with the Lost Souls, it's not really that much of a risk. I think that perfectly capable of getting to the cards that you need when you're running kind of this Lost Soul package that's very geared toward getting your defense set up. And then also just some counter souls like Distressed. I think Forsaken is really good right now, especially if I'm going with Abraham to Jacob to Isaac with Peace in battle. If I can stop them from banding, then it's going to be very hard for them to get win the numbers battle. I mean, it's going to be hard regardless, but even more so. And then Humble, I think, is also good. I mean, helps characters like Jacob get through Forsaken. I guess Abraham also helps characters like Jacob get through Forsaken because you can just negate your opponent's Forsaken first. But still, I think Humble is a strong card, definitely worth using in this type of deck. And then Remnant is one that in the game with Jake last week, he was running it, and I kind of just as I was building the deck, I was just kind of tempted to try it out, and see how it feels, especially with Thieves, and I've got a hero in reserve that I could go get, but a lot of times you're going to want to take a character from their territory, and then I've got Shield to reset it if needed. When I draw it on turn one, not if, when, just because that's just always how it happens. If you put Remnant in your deck, the first game you play, you always draw it on turn one. You'll see. I'm predicting it right now, predicting the future. It's going to happen. At least I'm pretty sure. It's been a few days since we played the game. Um, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I think I went over pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Do you guys see anything I'm missing? Let me know. Yeah, so round two against Joe Schaefer. It seems like we play in round two of like every Lackey Grand Prix that we're both a part of. Or I feel like this is like the third time at least that has happened. And not because we like both stomp our turn one opponents or anything. Like we both just happen to beat them by a roughly equal amount, or lose by a roughly equal amount. I can't remember how the other ones went where we played, but uh, yeah. So that's always fun to play, Joe. So I hope you guys enjoy the game.
This video is sponsored by Your Turn Games, a retailer of Redemption CCG with various products, such as singles, sealed product, and great deals on bundles like battle boxes and grab bags. They also have pre-built decks, such as Challenger decks in the $55 range, Contender decks in the $80 to $95 range, and Champion decks in the this deck just placed at Nationals last year dollar range. They also have card supplies to keep you caught up on all of your gaming needs, and at no cost to you, they have redemption resources such as the latest redemption news, rules, tournaments that are coming up, and redemption content such as this. So head on over to yourturngames.biz today, and a big thank you to them for supporting this content.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Likewise. All right, let's do it. Oh boy, we're still big. Of course, I drew the remnant. It's like, all right, I'll try it out, whatever. See how it fares in current meta. And of course.
I was playing it last round.
Oh yeah, yeah. So was Jake. So I was like, all right, he convinced me to at least try it out.
What's funny is I swapped out Remnant for Harvest. So if I
Oh,
didn't swap it out, I would have also had a turn one Remnant.
nice. Well, I rolled a one, so
Okay. I realized I forgot to put tokens in this. And I rolled a 5. I think I will choose to start. Let me see if I have any stars. No stars.
no stars from me either. Let's see.
Okay.
Um, if I can figure out what it's called. It's just Lost Soul
Harvest
Token Harvest. Okay.
Yep.
Also,
Are you able to just use the deck editor to find one and then put one in play?
you can spawn cards into the game.
Oh. I will
So
have to learn how to do that at some point.
yeah, it's just backslash and then spawn and then the name of the card.
Mr. Fancy, knowing all the
Yeah, I actually
man.
on my see, I guess I'll go ahead and do my darkness while I'm talking here, but on the one of my other plugins or Lackey versions, I guess, on my laptop, I set it up so that I can get I have a macro or like a button that will just spawn the tokens.
Okay.
But anyways, grabbing the Deceiver and whipping on Remnant.
All right. Am I good to begin my turn otherwise?
Go for it. I will ask for
All
Dominish
right.
though.
All right. Sure.
Um, I don't know if it's worth it or not, but sure, why not? Let's try it.
Okay. You have some decent options.
I do. Oh boy. Huh. So I guess I just go with the Matthew and then make you burn Crowd's Choice if you want it back.
All right. And that's underdeck, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Guess I didn't look at the defense. Okay, there we go. Philistines,
Okay.
nice. Go to others.
Yeah.
Right on the Gam speech. The shot.
What?
Giving it the shot in one TC.
Why not? All right. Well, no other DOMs, I take it.
Nope.
Not gonna mayhem me at this point.
I'll think about it. We'll see.
All right. Well, I will drop down Judas as a hero.
Uh-huh.
Surprise, surprise. We will go ahead and put down the Philistine Armor Bearer. Go ahead and use the territory class enhancement with claim power. So it looks like I'm going to deck. Band or protectability. All right. We'll just go with High Priest plot.
Uh-huh. It's a good thing you can't play another territory class enhancement this turn.
Yeah. Question is, do I burn the Crowd's Choice? I think I probably need to. So
Unless you want to come out with Judas, you get a draw too. It's not too bad.
I mean, it's not bad. But yeah, I'll use Crowd's Choice. Go to deck. Playing as good, to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's keep it simple. Go Matt.
Yep.
All right, Matt's in hand. And then I think I'm just going to go for a rescue attempt here. So Matthew the Publican, I will convert him to meat.
Mm-hmm.
To reveal your hand and do some things. So we've got 1, 2, 3 evil brigades, it looks like. And then we have 3 more good and neutral brigades. So
Yep.
6 good.
Yeah, surprising number of multi-brigade cards to only have 6.
Yep. Well, your hand has something a little unfortunate, but all right. And draw 6.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
Bugger.
So many souls.
Forsaken might come in handy.
Yep. All right. Well, that is my rescue attempt here.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to try to do something.
I think we'll send in the Seer. You're a 4/6.
He is a 4/6. Something tells me you're going to make me burn an enhancement and then martyr me.
It's possible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this guy.
Oh, you have that one.
And I'm going to try to take an enhancement from your hand.
Okay, you can do that.
Alright, Faith of Barak. Of course. That's supposed to discard. You just did that. Okay, so I guess we take Baptism of Jesus.
Seems fair.
And
I'm a 4/6. You are a 3/4. I believe that makes it your initiative.
yeah, I think I will play Wages.
Seems good.
Alright, so I think we just get Shield going.
Okay.
And really don't like your Judas.
Just a minor annoyance, that's all.
I think I'm actually going to do this. Osmer Dominesh.
Okay.
Martyr your
You're gonna murder Judas?
Judas. Oh, that feels bad with the storehouse in my hand. But yeah, we're gonna murder Judas.
All right. So let me think on this, because that makes me think you might have a certain card. I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and play a Dom of my own.
Sure.
And play Son of God on your... Let's do it on your Humble.
Sure. It's all yours.
Okay. Let's see if you have Betrayal.
I do. I'm gonna underdeck your Matthew, and I will draw 3. Not sure if that was 100% the right way to go about it, but I don't know. I suppose trading Martyr for 3 cards maybe is the best, but
I mean, I'll take it. But, yeah, I will, after that, pass the turn to you.
alright. Now I've got options. Let's start by putting down a shield. Let's put down a Golgotha.
Okay.
And we'll grab. Let's do the Thief.
Okay.
And let's activate Book of the Law to bounce your Armor Bearer.
Okay.
And put down Enosh. I'm gonna play. Yeah, I think we do that. Play Faith.
Okay.
That's my territory class enhancement for the turn. Going to grab a Joseph.
Interesting.
And we'll put Joseph down.
Throwing the spice my way.
Oh yeah. We'll put down a CBN storehouse.
Ooh.
Aha, take that, High Priest plot. And then yeah, I think we put down Isaac as Meek.
No.
And I will make a rescue attempt with Angel of the Winds.
Okay.
Exchange for Papa Abe.
Not Papa?
Or not Papa Abe.
Okay.
Regular Abe.
I'm about to be like, it's not Papa.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's still Papa Abe in my heart. We'll exchange for Jacob. Jacob will search for think maybe we just do Abe's Servant.
Abe's Servant. Okay.
And then I will ban to Isaac.
Okay. All right. And you've just drawn your 3 for turn. You have done some searching, but that's about it.
Yep.
Okay. And you're negating my neutrals. Let's see what you got. I'm going to block with Philistine Commanders first, and I will withdraw everyone, but let's leave Jacob in.
Okay.
And then, do I want the fortress or band? I think I will band. I will band to my armor bearer. Can't go to my reserve yet, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And then who will we exchange him for? I will exchange for good old Schaeph.
Good old Schaeph. Okay.
And your initiative.
I will trigger my Book of the Law. Isaac is blocked from hand. I can take a good card. Yeah. Just had to go and rescue my humble, huh?
Well, I mean, there was so many good options otherwise.
Let's do take the first sacrifice.
Okay.
All right, so my initiative.
Sure.
I will play. Play Israel's Sword, which is prevented.
Okay. And do I want to think here? Since I know you have that and that, does that get you enough? I don't believe that gives you enough numbers, so yeah, we'll see what you got. You can continue.
Cool. So let's see, you're 16-21.
My offense is 16-21 defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can at least make you burn some enhancements. So
Yeah. I'll play the first sacrifice to. I will underdeck Schaeph.
okay.
I guess I have to negate something. I'll negate your Forsaken.
Yep. Then at this point, I believe it's mine-ish, correct?
Yep.
Right. So to make you play some things, I will play High Priest Plot to negate for a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to move Schaeph?
So let's see. That brings Schaeph back.
Well, in case you get a negate, there's Schaeph again.
Yeah.
I know you do have one, but see if you play it.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's worth it or not here. And it would also negate the first sacrifice, so... yeah, I don't think I will play it. So. And it's a block.
Sweet.
I will pass the
Oh, that
turn.
was weird.
Dancing setup over there.
Yeah. Got a little bit excited after a block. All right. And you said my turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Then I will draw 3. Do I have any upkeep triggers? I do have an imitate. That's is negated by Enosh.
Correct.
So I do not have an imitate. Makes things easier. Right. So searchability, you've got that. Shield. Okay.
Ish.
Okay. And that's the only thing we've got other than Enosh. Must remember Enosh. He is a card.
It's pretty good.
He can do some good stuff. So you have nothing protecting your heroes in territory, it looks like.
That is correct.
Okay.
It's not a question that I like being asked.
Yeah, well, I don't think it'll be too rude at this point. This feels wrong, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's go ahead and play Falling Away and convert your Isaac into a... What brigade won't you have? I'm gonna say... Well, you've already played Betrayal, so let's just go with Black.
Sure.
It's probably wrong. But... All right, and no longer have a meek hero for Enosh.
Yeah,
So,
that was the whole purpose of converting him, right? No other reason.
I cannot confirm or deny that, but I will drop down an evil character here, Emperor Claudius, and I will play Daenerys, and I will not take with him with Daenerys, but I will discard it to draw 3.
So I burned my Christian Martyr for 3 cards. You burned your Falling Away for 3 cards. I see. Yep. Makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And then let's go ahead and put down Herod's Temple. And I think my territory class enhancement this turn is going to be Gamaliel's Speech.
Sure.
Now the question is, do I just do that? Okay. This is not as good as I want, unfortunately. So you can breathe a little easy. Let's go ahead and put down a meek Bartholomew.
Okay.
And then yeah, feels bad. Meek Simon.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go for a rescue attempt here with Mary Holy Virgin. And let's go ahead and negate and reserve your Repentant Thief.
You want to hit Isaac?
Repentant Thief's fine. And then I could take a star card from reserve, which if I do lets you underdeck, but I think that's okay. So I will take Power of the Spirit to my hand.
Uh-huh.
And I will Meekify her.
Okay. So you've got the 3 for Power in the Spirit. And I guess I do have Unity now, so I get to underdeck with Shield.
You do. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. You've got 5 cards in hand.
I do have 5 cards in hand.
Alright, well, let's yeah, let's do the Thief. I will negate your Herod's Temple, I guess. And then we'll go switcheroo with let's do Plunderers. And I will prevent the next. I will not ban, let's just bounce my Isaac.
Okay. Alright. And am I good to have initiative here?
Yep, what you got?
Do I just give you this? Yeah, this is a little awkward, but it works.
You think so, huh?
So I'll play Faith of Barak, CBN. Since you block with a P.
Huh. Yep, I suppose it is. But a female hero is in play, so I could withdraw a male character.
No females. No, she is female.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a female. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at territories. So you can withdraw, or you can discard all the characters now.
Yes, I guess I will withdraw. And then I still get to take it, right?
Believe so, since he was not negated.
And then is it worth using Shield here? Splendor's ability wouldn't be able to activate again. Yeah, probably not. I think I will just give you the darkness.
Okay, I'll take it. Woo. And with that, I will pass back to you.
Cool. Alright. I suppose should be saving the game here. Alright. And draw 3. That's convenient. Let's use this star.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that star as well. Yeah, we'll do that one as well. So I will resurrect Israel, Retainer of God.
Okay.
And I will top deck. Let's just get Condemned Thief back from reserve.
Okay.
Put it on top. And upkeep. Storehouse. Let's grab. Let's grab the Lord Provides.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm alright with leaving Book of the Law active here. We'll go ahead and bounce your Schaeph.
Schaeph.
Actually, wait, I should probably bounce my Jacob, huh? Yeah, let's do that. I'll bounce Jacob.
Okay.
And then go ahead and put down Isaac as Meek.
Seems good.
Yeah. And then go to my rescue here. Let's do Abraham.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and search for, oops, should have put muscle and Golgotha. Oops. Guess I'll just search for 3 visitors.
Okay.
And, uh-oh. Abraham, or 3 visitors, or Abraham has to ban 3 visitors. I forgot about that.
Well, you searched deck.
Right, but yeah, I can't ban 2 like Jacob or something from Abraham.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah,
You have to do a little bit of a workaround.
right. So I guess just banning the 3 visitors and exchanging to Isaac. Not ideal, but
Abraham and Meek Isaac.
yep.
Is there any? I think I just make you play cards. So Philistine Commanders, I'll leave you with Abe.
Mm-hmm.
And I will ban to good old Schaeph.
Yep.
And your initiative.
Yeah, that's not good. Not what I wanted to happen here. How much is it worth playing?
That sounds ominous.
Not sure if I can afford to be patient, but maybe I should be.
I cannot tell you what the correct answer is.
Yeah, you got. And you only have 4 cards in hand. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna let him die.
Okay.
Misplays. We'll pass the turn.
All right. Makes me wonder what you have in hand. Awkward.
Oops.
All right. Any stars for me? Actually, I think I do. Well, if I do that, then you get to underdeck a Lost Soul with Spiegel. That is rude. So maybe I don't do that. Because I want you to have souls.
What?
I need them to kind of rescue. So you're saying I shouldn't search.
I mean, I was patient. You could probably be patient.
I mean, that's just telling me not to search, right?
Well, I mean, I guess you could take it that way.
All right. And your hand is protected by Storehouse, unfortunately.
Correct. No touching my hand.
Well, that's just rude. Well, this is awkward, but it might be the play that I got. So we're going to go for a rescue attempt here with Lazarus the CoW.
Okay.
I will convert him to Meek. Negate evil cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I can draw one. Boop.
Look at you go.
Exhibiting so much patience.
um, yeah, I guess I will block with the Highwayman.
Someone's
And,
not following along with their patience.
well, problem is you only get to draw one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the draws or a random card is better than Den of Thieves at this point. Probably is. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna draw one. Not bad. Do I want a band? Nah, I don't think I will.
Okay, I'm a 5/6. You're a 7/5. So my initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to play Power of the Spirit to discard Highwayman. Cannot hit shield because it's set aside.
Mm-hmm.
I can do Book of the Law, Wonders, and Golgotha, though. So those
Yep.
four.
So that's me in special initiative.
It does.
And I will play Golgotha or Anthropophobia to negate and discard that, which is CBP because of Golgotha.
Okay. And I will use my GAM speech on that.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's
So
negated by Lazarus.
it was played as evil.
Yep.
You are correct. Okay. Well then, how big are you? Is that worth
9/8.
9/8? Man. How many resources do I make you use?
Like the big question of this game is like we're forcing each other to use more and more resources.
I think I need to be patient here. I will choose to die.
Yay.
And we will pass.
Okay. 3 cards. Uh,
My own Lazarus hindering my GAM speech.
okay. Upkeep,
My title played on
storehouse.
the gray character and not my numerous clay characters.
Right. Um, Storehouse will take. Let's do. Coming in with Adam.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Enosh is negating Forsaken. Okay. So let's go ahead and Book of the Law your. Let's do your Schaeph. Or, yeah, we'll bounce your Schaeph. And then I will.
I should honestly just do something about that book of the law.
I mean, you tried last turn.
Yeah.
He's still in my deck, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Might have should have done that.
Angel of the Winds.
Okay.
Go to deck for Mr. Beholder.
Okay.
Who unfortunately is not a cloud hero. But I will convert him to Meek. I will take a blue enhancement from reserve, which will be Bless the Nations.
Okay.
Into a cloud hero, which will be Jacob. And take a. I will not take a Genesis enhancement from deck.
Okay.
But I will ban to Judah, who will negate Philistine commanders,
Sure.
and ban to Isaac.
Okay.
No, I forgot to put the last song. I got that again. Uh,
Okay. I mean, if I do that, I mean, I can get that, but I've got a pretty good feeling of something you've got. Could go him. I think I have to make you use a card. I don't like it.
you have to make me use a card.
That's pretty specific.
I'm willing to use a card if that's what it takes.
All right, I'm gonna go with Herdsman of Gerar,
Uh-huh.
and I can get some reserve searches. That's unfortunate. Why am I doing these things? Well, I did it. So we're gonna do the dumb thing, continue with it. I'm gonna go grab Scatter Cheap.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. So I get a Book of the Law trigger.
Mhm.
Go to my deck for a good card. Which... Yeah, I guess it probably has to be that one.
Like I said, I can force a pretty specific card.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we gotta play it.
Okay. Boop. And you're negating souls.
Yep.
Ill. So, all right, you have earned your first one. Hard
Yay!
lost, good sir.
Finally. um,
Yeah, if I had had him face in play, then that might have made things a little bit better for me. But
sure, yeah.
here we are. Forgot to set
Um,
him
we're gonna discard this Baptism of Jesus. I don't know that I'm gonna need it here.
down. Okay.
Then I will reserve Covenant with Adam and Bless the Nations from Storehouse.
Okay.
And that'll pass.
All right. Draw three.
Also, don't let me forget to put the Lost Soul in Golgotha next turn, assuming it's still there.
Well, I want the soul still. My hand is awkward. But I'm going to go ahead and activate 4 drachma coin.
Sure.
Before I forget, I'm going to set down Schaeph and Armor Bearer.
Yep.
And then at this point, is it worth it? You have 8 in hand. Weirdly enough, I think that's the storehouse that's putting in the most work for you.
I believe it. CBN Storehouse is actually pretty good.
And I'm going to pass.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you put up 4 drachma coins so I couldn't see your awkward hand, but now I trust that it is in fact awkward.
Yeah, like I might be able to get a soul there, but I don't know at what cost.
hmm. No stars. Let's go ahead and start with Lawless
Okay.
on my shelf. Of course, now I'd, draw more Lost Souls. So Remnant comes to play, and I can take an evil card, which I think will be.
A stolen blessing.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
Remnant triggers, and I will. Let's see, your heroes are protected.
Correct.
Let's take. I think I want commanders. No, let's do armor bearer. Try to limit your options a little bit.
Seems rude, but fair.
Yeah. And then Galileans, I will exchange. Let's do the Deceiver with wages.
Okay. Seems pretty good.
Yeah. And I'll go to upkeep. Go ahead and grab. Coming up with Adam again for reserve.
Yep.
Storehouse. Let's put down Den of Thieves.
Okay.
And I will occupy that with Plunderers.
You can't block with that evil character, but you could ban to it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Then I will. Let's see. I've got a scattered sheep that I gotta deal with somehow.
I don't have that.
Hmm.
I don't have that.
Oh. Well, in that case.
You're imagining things. It's a different reality.
So I think I just use Book of the Law to bounce your Schaeph.
It likes being bounced.
And I guess since I talked about it so much, we'll go ahead and put Remnant and Golgotha. No, we'll put Lawless and Golgotha. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. And then I will make a rescue attempt with Isaac the Blessed.
Just Isaac by himself?
Just Isaac by himself.
Okay.
Can't have you scattering my sheeps.
But what if I like scattering sheeps?
No. I guess you can certainly try to do it.
I mean, you've already played Angel.
That is true.
So, how much does Book of the Law accomplish for you? You have a Mass Bander, which does not seem to be in your favor. You have something that can try to go to my hand. I don't think you've played the Abe Servant yet. Isaac is not a son of Jacob, so you can't have that enhancement. Why not? Let's see what you got. Philistine Commanders to Schaeph.
Yep, there they are. Okay, so I do get
And
a
broke.
Book of the Law trigger because
Uh-huh.
Saf came from hand.
I don't know if that's smart of me, but I mean,
which one do I want here? I think I'll take peace.
peace seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's aight. And
It is definitely your niche.
yep. Let's do. Hmm. Just trying to figure out if I want to try to get any other value. Or if I just go for it here. Yeah, I guess we'll just. Yeah, now it's kind of unfortunate that it's gonna let you withdraw as well, but we'll go ahead and play this Faith of Rock that you donated to me a while ago.
That's right. So it does let me withdraw here. And do I have, well, it's CBN.
Mm-hmm.
I can withdraw a mail. Which one do I think is more important here? Let's withdraw the Commanders. Half gets discarded. I knew I forgot something. Yeah, okay. And it's being negated. So we will give you the harvest.
Sweet. All right. Let's. Guess I'll play my territory class enhancement, which will be peace on Jacob.
Sure.
And I will. See, I'm at 11 cards again. I will reserve Conan with Adam, Abraham's descendant, and we'll do Covenant with Noah.
Okay.
And then I'll pass.
All right. Draw 3. Negated loss.
After all this time, Enosh is still pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Am I fine with letting you get shield triggers at this point now that you have a few more souls? I'm going to activate Send the Helper as an artifact and bounce Mary Holy Virgin.
Should get it by Enosh, right?
You're right, this. So I'll just activate Send the Helper.
I'll allow it.
So my internal inheritance is now active.
There you go. Yep. I see what you're going for.
Okay. Well, I guess in this case, that would be hilarious if I were to do that.
You should probably do that. It's a thing we call in the business, making plays for content. Content
Yeah.
plays.
I don't remember my deck list is the problem. Sure, why not? We'll see if this actually does anything. We're gonna go ahead and nothing's negating heroes, correct?
That is correct.
We're gonna go on with reassuring angels.
Uh-huh.
Deck.
It's pretty good.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Thaddeus.
Alrighty.
And do I want to reveal or just convert him to meek? Probably could have been helpful, but I will reveal. Well, what brigade do I want him? It's fine for now. We'll reveal Right Awesome here.
Okay.
And so since I did, we'll go ahead and shuffle your Highwayman.
Okay. He will be shuffled. And that will trigger the search triggered shield.
Mhm.
So we'll make the token go poof.
Shield does not trigger. You don't have Unity. You have my Phillies. Oh no, it does. That's your.
Right.
Never mind.
Yep. Since you still got the blunders.
Yep. I was like Philistine or bear. Wait. Your, an important keyword in redemption.
Right.
You know what it means.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So just a 2/4 purple here.
2/4 purple. It's not meek, so I'm guessing it's not AOC.
I've got 8 in hand. You know I have Right Awesome.
Right.
Surely I couldn't be thinking of adding a 3/1 to battle or a 2/3 to battle rather for an AOC.
I think I'm going to ask for dominant initiative.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Let's do an evil crowd's choice.
Okay.
Going to my deck for let's do the thief.
Okay.
And we'll just leave the deck open for a moment here. As I will block with the thief. I will negate your Herod's Temple.
Seems rude.
Actually, oh, that's right. Yeah, they're all protected. Darn. It's like otherwise I could negate one of your heroes and discard Armor Bearer to take it. But yeah, can't do that. All right, then I'm pretty sure I just go to Condemned Thief here.
Okay.
And we're going to take a peek at your hand.
Seems fine.
Uh-huh. Angel of the Lord. That makes sense. Guess I'll take your Scattered Sheep.
Okay. So it is my initiative at this point.
Yep.
Or, yeah, because I'm at 2-4.
That's, yeah,
So the
stalemate.
question, so the question is, do I want to woes that to keep my scattered sheep? Oh, if I do that, then you could just do that. That would not be so good. Oh, mistakes on my part, but oh well. Do I making play enhancement? Probably not. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess play a dom. I'm gonna heal. Or actually, before I do that, do I do that? Well, I don't like where this is going, but yeah, I'm gonna use Gam's speech here on peace first.
All right.
And then
Interesting.
I will just angel the repentant thief.
Yep. I should have triggered my Den of Thieves. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it here. Let's go ahead and banish Betrayal,
Okay.
discard Shield,
Mm-hmm.
and I will add. I think I'll just add your Philistine commanders.
It has to be a matching brigade, right? Which for you is crimson.
Betrayal is black, so it's.
Oh, I thought it was the matching brigade to. Yeah, I thought it was the matching brigade to what you had unity on, not what you discarded.
Ah, no. Yeah, no, I will ban to Armor Bearer. And,
Can you add my Philistine commanders?
yep. You can add
Nice.
an evil human, so it's just defaults to play.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
I will not
Seems
take
good.
or equip or exchange.
Seems good. So can I do much about it? Philistine commanders.
I
Or do I
certainly
want to
hope
do
not.
anything about it? Do I want to? You've got 15 toughness. I'm overthinking it. Boop.
Right. I was gonna say I didn't think you had quite enough to get there. You could have added mine on. Yeah, even Isaac isn't big enough, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. You played Angel, and then I was like, oh, I should have triggered Den of Thieves when I blocked, and then I didn't trigger it when you played Angel. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, oh, that's why I'm going to use GAMs now.
Right.
But
Yeah. Well, I am apparently not at the height of my playing ability.
you're good. I mean,
I'll
I think we're
blame
both making some mistakes, so.
I'll blame Jovi here. He's sitting on my lap and distracting me. My brother's dog.
Okay. My food coma. I had some very delicious barbecue today and overate.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah. How did you take my armor bearer again initially?
Remnant.
Remnant? Okay.
Yeah.
And Remnant is still in play.
Right.
Okay.
Drama 3, upkeep, storehouse. Let's do Covenant with Adam, I guess.
Seems good.
And alright, so now you've got a clinging and a bringing fear. Clinging and bringing. Alright. So I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna make a rescue attempt with. Actually, I suppose I can use Book of the Law first here. Let's bounce your Philistine commanders. And we'll make a rescue attempt with. Oh, wait. Gosh. Why did I do that? I was supposed to leave your Philistine commanders in place so that I could negate it.
No, you don't want to do that.
Wow.
Negating him is overrated.
Alright, in that case, I guess I'm just going with Isaac the Blessed.
10, 11?
11, 10.
Oh, 11, 10.
Yep. And I
That
guess,
does make a little difference, I guess.
I guess I'll trigger my Book of the Law, and I will top deck Bless the Nations from my reserve.
Seems fine. Okay. All right. I guess I might as well here. I will block with the Philistine commanders at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, will I ban to a Philistine warrior? Trying to think of what things I have given you. You don't have shield. You don't have shield. So I can do some searching if I want.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do that, that could go to him. It doesn't quite do what I want. That would. So I'm gonna go take an evil OT Fortress from deck, I think.
Okay.
We're gonna go get Philly Outpost.
Seems good.
All right. Is it my initiative?
Yes, sir.
I will start by playing.
Oh, wait. I might not trigger Book of the Law.
Okay, that's fine.
I will just grab Bless the Nations.
Sure.
Actually, no. I suppose I should probably just grab that one, just in case.
Okay. Seems good.
No. Okay. Now I'll go for it.
Okay. I will play Clinging Devour.
Mm-hmm.
Go into deck. So I can get something with a band or protect. I think the correct option is this one.
Okay.
And then we will underdeck Clinging.
Yep.
Still mine-ish.
Yes.
And we'll try playing Tenant Skill the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I will band to my Philly Armor Bearer that you took control over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go to discard, I think, to get Schaeph. And so Schaeph will prevent the next. And then we will try to discard your Isaac with tenants.
Yep. Alright. So you get special initiative. I will play the Lord Provides to negate and discard tenants.
Seems good.
So I guess that keeps your keeps Schaeph in battle, yet because he exchanged.
Yes.
But if he survives, then Schaeph goes back to my territory, I think. Right? Yeah.
Is that right?
Okay, so now you're 16 on 21 again.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 16 attack. So yeah, it's still my initiative. I forgot I'm bringing fear. All right, let's do. We'll play Faith,
Okay.
and I will go grab. Huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna go grab Faith of Abraham for my deck.
All right. Interesting.
And then I guess I shuffle that. Hmm.
And then you're what? 16.
16, 12. So it's still mine, I think.
Yep.
Can get it. You didn't have any good enhancements, I don't think. Huh. Alright, let's try it. Stolen Blessing. Try to play an
Okay.
enhancement from your hand.
Okay. Well.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Nothing there.
That
Okay.
brings you up to 19, so still your niche.
I will play Covenant with Adam and negate Schaeph, I guess, and that brings me up to 22.
Okay. So you're gonna try to numbers me, it looks like.
And I think I'm going to be able to do it.
Because Lord provides this number of good and evil brigades in play.
Oh, you mean Bust the Nations?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not Lord provides, but
Well, I didn't get Bust the Nations. I got Second Coming instead.
oh, that's right.
But as I was looking
I
through my
mean,
deck
do I
with,
just make you play things?
well, I mean, if I
I think
searched for Second Coming, then probably. Actually, speaking of that, I should probably just play those now. Yeah, because then you can't 3-woes my Book of the Law.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll grab these two.
Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. Well, that kind of sucks. Means I probably should have done Philistine commanders a little differently. Nope, I think you're probably gonna get it based on your competence here. So let's just see you do it. Bringing fear. And get characters and good enhancements.
Yep. So that brings you up to 21 or 24.
Yep.
And I've got Abe Servant to get me up to 24.
Yep. And I don't know that I really have anything here. So I don't think there's anything I can negate here. What did you grab with Storehouse this turn?
Covenant with Adam, I think.
Okay, so I needed to negate your Storehouse here.
Well, it'd be too, well, for one, it's CBN, and two,
Oh, yeah.
it would
Yeah.
be too late for sending that back.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, I would have had to do that earlier, but it's CBN
Oh,
anyway.
I see.
So, yeah, I would have had to negate the Book of the Law, I guess, then. But okay,
Right.
GG.
Yeah,
So,
good game. Yeah, that was literally the only enhancement with numbers I had left, so it was exactly 24. I was
yeah,
like,
I probably should have just banded with Philistine commanders instead of getting greedy and going for the outpost.
yeah, I mean, I think, let's see, so I had like 19 cards left in my deck. So, yeah, the odds that I had one of them was probably pretty good, but you didn't know that at the time. But
Yeah,
yeah, Book of the Law, I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably start getting dominance here.
yeah, probably should have played Woes earlier, probably on Enosh, to be honest.
Mm.
Uh,
Well, I guess
and
playing Woes when I've got, yeah, or I guess how long ago did you have it?
nope,
Because if I had Den of Thieves,
I've had it for a while
oh,
before
okay,
Den of Thieves.
all right,
Yep, yep. And then I could have done this in helper stuff, but
sure, yeah.
no. And then trying to think of what else. Actually, I just switched out right on for Chronicles. So
Oh, really?
Chronicles,
Oh, gosh.
yeah,
Yeah, that would have been
yep,
brutal. I mean, I guess if I look at your hand with Stolen Blessing, then I know not to play the
yeah.
rest of them. But yeah,
But
I
yeah, I've
was
had Matt in hand for 4 or 5 turns, it seems like.
right.
So it's like right when you put Storehouse down, I got Matt again. So, or
Yeah,
I had
well,
ways to him.
right.
So,
Yeah, because I underdecked him on turn one after you used him,
mhm.
and I had Storehouse in my opening hand, so I was like, oh man, of course he gets to go
Yep.
first. But then I drew, I think in my draw three, I drew into Faith, and I was like, well, it's a good thing I didn't have that before, and now it's a good thing I have it now because I can go get my Joseph.
Hmm. Yeah, that Storehouse really punished the drawing in this deck.
Right.
Like, I probably could have got to Peter earlier, but I wasn't thinking of trying to negate Enosh to get there. But
Sure. Yeah.
well,
Um, yeah. So I mean, is it basically pretty much just straight disciples with Mary then? That you got?
for the most, I think so. Other
Okay.
than like the Angels, like I've got Angel of the Winds and
Reassuring.
Reassuring.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah. Because
like I
I.
was. Oh, and I guess Lazarus.
Oh, right. Yeah. 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 Because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's got Thaddeus in here. Like that's a like dedicated disciples play right there.
Well, I put it in there as a way to potentially get around Saul. So,
Mm. Because he gets initiative against him.
well, not only that, just get rid of him. Just
Oh,
be
sure.
like you're
Yeah.
not blocking with Saul. So,
Right. Yeah. You just shuffle them.
Mary
Yeah.
and Thad were kind of those. I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it seems pretty good. I mean, they're both good for initiative.
yeah, I've had Justin Martyr and Angel from the Sun in and out, which I think this game would have been really helpful to have those two
Mm. Yeah, just
because
gonna
I'm supposed
keep
to be playing Blood. So
right. Yeah, keep getting the blood of the land back.
yeah,
Um,
I don't think I had enough draw that I could reliably use that Storehouse can get around.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean, that's
then
kind
with
of the
you not
one.
really drawing, then you know,
Then
uh,
herdsman doesn't help you. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Outsiders would have been pretty decent, but
Oh, sure. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. And then you could hit storehouse with that.
mhm.
Um, yeah, man, that was. just those first, or I guess like, is it turn 2 and 3 attacks, or it's just like bouncing, uh, or not putting down my Jacob and Judah so that I can ban them in, and then bouncing your, or I guess that was this turn, not, or bouncing your Philistine commanders. So it's like, oh man. Philistine commanders is,
Yeah,
I mean, it's, I guess, basically not just pilot with that withdraw part, which is pretty good and useful. So,
hmm
yeah, especially with Philistines where you're just preventing and negating enhancements and everything. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the way I figure it is between commanders and Goliath that deals with a lot of meta threats. You get herdsmen to deal with other things, and then
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm otherwise just playing armor bearer and Feikle, but like I'm not like completely all in fills.
Right.
But
Yeah, which I should have known. Um I cut Covenant with Philistia. And I was like, yeah, I should probably keep that in, but I didn't end up going with any of the animals. But it's like, yeah, it's still a pretty good battle winner. And knowing Joe, probably playing Philistines.
well, I was planning on changing, but I didn't have time to get that deck together. So,
Uh,
but so I just tweaked this one a little bit just to test some changes. But
nice.
and I never got to see Saul, unfortunately.
So yeah, originally when I was building this defense, I was like, oh, I really want to get RDJ in here because I've got Old Testament offense, and so then I try to squeeze in Saul and Nero, just do like a little
Yeah,
gray splash, but yeah, didn't end up having room for it, as you already saw, I was at 58. So
yeah. I was debating between RDJ and Fine Growers in
mm,
reserve,
yeah,
which RDJ is probably the meta call, but it's not effective against what you're doing.
right,
I mean, if I
yeah,
had the Vine Growers, then you know, I do run quite a few negates that he can use.
right.
So,
Hmm. Yeah, I guess the other splash that I did include that's not really a splash, but I've got the Serpent,
mhm,
and then in that block with the Condemned Thief, where you played Angel. If you didn't go for the Angel, I think I would have done Wages to grab DOU,
mhm.
and then drop that on Condemned Thief. Because, yeah, figured DOU kind of it's a decent
Yeah,
splash in reserve because you can get it with Wages and play it with Den of
mhm,
Thieves. And then
yeah,
also figured Thievery of Judas would be kind of a sneaky way to use it too.
yeah.
Which
I'm
actually
starting to.
I put Brothers Reunited in reserve too. So it's like, Thievery of Judas into Brothers Reunited is pretty good. Like plus 6/3 and
Mhm.
then end the battle.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Makes me wish Dream was still around, but oh
Yeah,
well.
not wrong. Yeah, like I just stopped drawing evil enhancements at a certain point, and I just needed more card draw, I think.
Right, yeah. I mean,
And
you could
all
have
I had
stopped
was,
drawing enhancements altogether. Like, you're running out
yeah,
of good
it
ones
was,
there too.
yeah, it was like dominance and some tech cards at that point.
Right.
So, which for Drachma coin being negated, I probably should have done more to negate him, go get Peter, and then use Drachma.
Yeah.
Would have cost me a dominant and to do it, but 4 cards is 4 cards.
Right. Yeah, I think yeah, just the resources was tipped a bit in my favor. I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of what thieves try to do, I guess, but
yeah. I mean, letting you. I mean, the Faith of Barak play you did. Like, I don't remember if there was a way around it for me, uh,
yeah.
but and then I know I misplayed setting down some characters to get around some of your Book of the Law stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because I probably could have got the block with Stricken if I had him, what's his name down?
Oh, scatter sheep.
Herdsman. Yeah, I probably could have got that off if I had Herdsman down, because you either negate Herdsman or you negate uh, Philly Commanders.
Right, yeah.
I don't know which one you choose there.
Yeah.
Or not
Hmm.
negate. It was bounce at that point. I don't know that you had Judah.
Oh, right, yeah. I think I did have Judah, because I think I did negate your commanders, and that's why you didn't block with commanders and you just
Yeah,
went with herdsman instead.
that's right. I think you bounced Schaeph because he got bounced a lot.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I did have crowd's choice at that point, so I think if you had put down herdsman, um, I might have. I think I probably still would have negated commanders, and then I probably would have just had to play crowd's choice to get angel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would have
I would have
probably
changed some later
then.
turns at least.
What's that?
That would have changed some later turns at least
Right,
if I don't
yeah.
remember what you used.
Yeah,
I
because I
probably
ended up
gave
using
more
crowd's
love. Yeah.
choice as evil to go get a blocker against Thaddeus. Um, right, yeah. I think, yeah, then I would have just had to, like, put out armor bearer and make you use something. But
I'm thinking Outpost might need to be switched out in this deck. I mean, I like it, but
yeah, if you get it early, it's really good, but later in the game, it's, well, I mean, I guess it's not too bad because you can resurrect some of your dudes,
yeah,
but
yeah. I've already got Armor Bearer for resurrecting those, so
right, yeah.
I'm wondering if I. It does help me get from reserve, which currently I've got Feigl in there,
Mhm.
but I don't know that that's correct. But I think that's part of the reason why he is there.
Yeah. Huh.
But
All right, well, good game. And,
yep, good game.
and hopefully people enjoyed the game, but maybe don't use it as an example of like really great gameplay. At least on my end, and then
On
on
neither of our parts.
maybe on both ends. Yeah, just yeah, kind of a roller coaster there. Uh, but all right, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you all next time. Thanks again, Joe.
No problem.